there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and today we bring you the quarterfinal, both legs of the quarterfinal against Man United in the Champions League. And before we go any further, if you are enjoying the series, hit that like button, and if you're new around here, follow it up with ticking that subscription button as well. Follow it with ticking the bell icon. But since we last met against Leverkusen, a 4-1 win in that second leg to take us through to this quarter-final. We've had two cup games and a league game. The first cup game was against Stoke. 3-0 win away from home at the Bet365 Stadium. Marin, Maya and Porconi scoring the goals there. But we did pick up an injury, as you can see on this right-hand side. João Teixeira, he's out for a couple of weeks with a twisted ankle. But we move on. We've got the strength and depth in this squad to cover an injury like that. We then went back home to St James's Park in a local derby against Middlesbrough, and we beat them 3-0. Fettiar on fine form at the minute, a 9.5 average rating for him, and a 3-0 win against Middlesbrough. And then we played the FA Cup semi-final. United were our opponents. We went 1-0 down after a minute, as you can see. Maricardi scoring the goal there, but Antonio Marin with a brace on the 8th minute. And with 9 minutes from time, scoring the goal to put us through to the FA Cup final. But a big blow here. Fettiar, he's out for about 10 weeks, so could be for the remainder of the season. He's out with a torn hamstring, and he won't see any other action this season, I don't think, because that should see him through to the end of the year. But Antonio Marin scoring the goals there, and we will play Chelsea in the final of the FA Cup at the end of the season. So if we win the league and win the cup, there'll be another double under our belts here at Newcastle. This is how the league looks. No league football for you today. It's all Champions League stuff, but this is how the league looks. We are top of the table by 6 points. Chelsea in second, but they have played 2 games more, so we win our games in hand, and we could go a further 6 points clear of that, so 12 points ahead of Chelsea if we beat them. But we do need to play Chelsea in the league in the run-in to the final games of the season. Chelsea two games before the end of the year, so yeah, going to be a big one there. Arsenal in third, they played 3 games more than us, and they're a massive 11 points behind us. United and Liverpool 12 points behind us, and City a massive 18 points behind us as well. Tottenham still rising up. They've got loads of games in hand, actually 6 games in hand on the likes of Arsenal, so they could really boost themselves up and get into these Europa League, even the final place of the Champions League if they win all those games. But I would much rather have points on the board than games in hand, to be brutally honest. So let's get into this first game against United. First leg is going to be at St James's Park, and we need to really start strong here, and then we go away to Old Trafford and see if we can get through to the semi-final of the Champions League. Here we go then. This is the Champions League quarter-final first leg. These are the ties. Celtic play PSG. PSG go to Celtic Park in that first leg. Real Madrid play Liverpool. That is a massive tie. We play United, and Napoli play Juventus in an all-Italian tie. This is going to be the lineup with those injuries that we talked about. We've got Rakitic in goal, Dodo, Porconi, Zagadou and Bellew are the back line. We've got Maya and Zakaria in the middle of midfield, and Bolo on the right, Marin on the left with Madison in behind, Adolfo on the bench, Broughton, Van Zanten, Bastoni, Aya, Shelby, Neres and Harry Wilson. We do not have another striker on the bench, so if anything goes wrong, might have to put Mbolo up top, and if Adolfo gets injured, and yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we stay injury free. Let's get into this first leg against United in the Champions League quarter-final. 10 minutes in to this quarter-final. It's a loose throw-in from Bellew down the line. Pogba cuts that ball out, but he makes up for it with a really good tackle. Now, Madison over the top. Lovely crossfield ball to Mbolo into the far post. Can't find anybody, but Zakaria is there, and it's a great finish from the Swiss man. And yeah, it was a loose play from that left-hand side, but Madison, lovely switch out to Breel Mbolo, and I thought his cross had a little bit too much on it, trying to find Marin at the back post, but Zakaria on the volley into the top left-hand corner puts us 1-0 up. Loose pass from Dodo. Pogba cuts that ball out, and it's just after we've scored. The Diavera into the penalty area. That's a good save by Rakitic. He pushes it round for a corner kick to United. It's going to be Guerrero to get that corner in. Pavard's there off the post, and Marin gets that ball clear again, and Dicey defending here from Newcastle, and it's going to be Guerrero again in swinging corner into that near post, but Zagadou beats Icardi in the air. De Oliveira into the near post again, but Bellew this time puts his foot through it and clears it for a throw-in. Maddison, just before half-time, goes for a little dink. Can't find a black and white shirt, but it falls back to Maddison again, in off the crossbar. I think it just hit De Gea, and United get it clear for a corner. It's going to be Maddison to take that corner. Outswinger. Can he find a black and white shirt? He goes short to Marin, drives into the penalty box, but Benjamin Pavard is there, and they now can counter us. Sterling on the run, over the top to De Oliveira, a little bit wide, and Bellew makes a great tackle there, and Marin scoops the ball up and gets the ball clear. That's going to see us through to half-time. 1-0 on the score sheet. Dennis Zakaria with the goal on the 12th minute, and great finish from him. And a little bit more of the games. Should probably be one or two more up here, but I'm going to go into the dressing room. I'm just going to say to the guys, things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. I didn't really like that, and just keep it calm, saying you weren't too bad, you've got what it takes to improve, I've got faith in you, go out there and produce more in the second half. Maddison, Almar goes for goal, De Gea hits the crossbar and just about keeps it out with the help of Dalot, and we could be out of sight here against United. Dodo again throwing the ball into Embolo, but good tackle by Milinkovic-Savic, and Pavard and Guerrero get the ball away from United, but De Gea being pressed by Adolfo, he tackles him and he scores. Adolfo not having the best of games up until this point. United dallied on the ball at the back, and Adolfo puts this one in to make it 2-0 to Newcastle. Guerrero and Pavard, really dicey things at the back. De Gea just dallying on the ball, and Adolfo steps in, makes it 2-0. Marin with a free kick goes for goal, high and wide with 9 minutes to play. Have a look at the stats. We are all over this United side. They brought the likes of Pogba and Sterling off. We've kept them quiet, but another injury on that left-hand side. Antonio Marin's going to have to come off. We'll put Harry Wilson on that left-hand side. But injuries piling up here for Newcastle. We had 3 or 4 players struck down, and Marin is the latest. And 30 seconds to go left in this game, taking a 2-0 lead, hopefully, fingers crossed, into the game at Old Trafford. Lovely ball through to David Neres, hits the post, and Pavard gets that ball clear. But a good result to take to Old Trafford in for that away leg. And if we can score, really, Newcastle are on top there. And that is the final whistle. 2-0 to Newcastle United. Zakaria and Adolfo with the goals, but Antonio Marin picking up a knock late on in that game. And how long is he going to be out for? Well done, lads. Very, very happy with what we're doing hit there. And let's see how long is Marin out for. Marin is going to be out for 3 months. That's his season done as well. So injuries being picked up, and really big injuries as well. So let's have a look at the squad. Marin out for around about 3 months, so he's not going to have any action until next season. Damari Gray, he's out for a couple of weeks. Fetiarp is out for 10 weeks, so pretty much his season over. And João Teixeira out for 2 weeks as well. So going to go into this second leg against United not fully strong in our squad, but let's see what we can do. Here we go then, second leg coming up against United. 2-0 lead going into that one. We have played a game since we last met, and that was against Wolves. We went to Molineux, and it was a 2-0 win there. Embolo just before the half-hour mark, and David Neres just before full time. Got to give us a 2-0 win. And this is how the table looks. We are 9 points clear of Chelsea with still those 2 games in hand. Over that weekend, Chelsea lost to Liverpool, United lost to Arsenal, and City lost to Swansea. So everything going in our direction at the minute. Tottenham lost to West Ham in midweek as well, one of their games in hand. So all in all, things are looking very, very rosy for us in the league. This is going to be the lineup that goes against United in this second leg. We've got Rakitic in goal, Dodo, Pocconi, Zagadou and Bellew are the back line. Zakaria and Maya are the midfield too. So that back kind of 7 stays exactly the same. Changes up top though. Neres comes in on that left-hand side instead of Harry Wilson. Maddison and Embolo keep their places with Adolfo up top. Van Zanten, Bastoni, Ayer, Shelby, Wilson, Hunt and Wes Steele joins the bench as well. He made his competitive debut for the club against Wolves, brought him off the bench at a 6.7, and he will be the rotation striker / winger just until we get some of those players back from injury, but a good potential for Wes, and yeah, hopefully he will see a lot more football in the coming years. But let's get into this second leg against United. 2-0 lead, taking back to Old Trafford, and hopefully we can score some away goals as well. 3 minutes in, United first on the attack. Pogba tries to find that ball out to Luke Shaw, just gets there. Dodo couldn't cut it out, and Luke Shaw's being pushed back. Milinkovic-Savic into Hervitz, into De Oliveira, and it's a great chance for the Brazilian to put them back into this tie, but just wide. Sterling, 12 minutes gone, whips that ball in. Hervitz is there. Milinkovic-Savic at the back post, and it's a great block by Zagadou, but he was just offside, I think. And all United in this first 20 minutes. Pogba taking the ball off Maddison into De Oliveira, but Maya tracking back and tackling the Serb, and now Embolo on this right hand side driving into the defence of United. Poor pass, but he gets the ball back and goes back to Maya into James Maddison, being pressured by two United players there. 1-2 with Dodo into Zakaria. A bit of time and space, goes for a looping effort high and wide from the Swiss man. Zakaria driving forward, but it's a loose pass. Try and get the ball back to James Maddison over the top to De Oliveira. He's in on goal again, but Rakitic making a good big save to keep us still at 0-0. De Oliveira having a couple of chances early on to get back into this match. Deep cross into the back post. Ruben Diaz is there, but again Rakitic keeps it out on the half-hour mark. Sterling dribbles his way inside. It's a tight call. It's on the edge. Is it going to be a penalty or is it going to be a free kick? It's outside the box. It's going to be a free kick. Lightning start from United in this one. Is going to be Paul Pogba to either dink this ball in or go for a shot. He goes for a shot, hits the side net in, and the danger is over. Zakaria deep, goes a little reverse pass into Maddison, into Arnie Maya. It's been all action in this second leg so far. Maya into Embolo, through ball to Dodo. He's in on goal, and David De Gea has a really awkward save there, but he manages to keep it out, and it's still 0-0. Maddison in the middle of the park, and just before half time finds David Neres, and lovely switch out to Brilliant Bolo, but Luke Shaw gets there before the Swiss winger, and he goes back to Paul Pogba. Pavard, Dali's on the ball again, and Maddison had a great opportunity, a bit like Aldofo's goal in the first leg, snatched off of Pavard's feet and had a shot, but saved by De Gea this time. Maddison again on the edge, goes for goal and shoots over. Been an entertaining first half in this second leg. 20 minutes to go, and United on the attack in this second half. A little bit quieter this second half. Lingard into the back post. Sterling's there, and he pulls one back with 20 minutes to play. United 1, Newcastle 0 on the night. 2-1 on aggregate, but a goal for us changes everything. Say, first highlight of this second half. Lingard just coming in off that left-hand side, dinks that ball into the far corner, and Sterling, smallest man on the pitch, just drifted away from his defender. 1-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. United come again after that quick goal. Lingard into Luke Shaw on that left-hand side, into the back post again. Sterling's there, free header, but Rakitic this time claims comfortably. Now can we go on the attack from the back? Zagadou now finds the ball into James Maddison, quickly to David Neres, driving on that left-hand side. Lovely ball over the top. Brilliant Bolo's there on the volley. Great effort from the striker. We brought Aldofo off, pushed Embolo up top. A little bit more strength and power from the Swiss man. 4 minutes of injury time. Sterling whips that ball in. Icardi's at the back post and heads over. They're down to 10 men. They've made all three substitutions, and Neves has gone off injured. Final 20 seconds or so of the match. We did enough in the first leg to be able to be a little bit more comfortable in this second leg. Pavard nods that ball forward. James Maddison can't get the ball off Jesse Lingard. 10 seconds to go. Sterling on the run, driving into the heart of the defence. Finds Julian Brandt at the on the left-hand side into the middle, but Rakitic is there. Full time. Whistle's gone. We've lost the match, but we've won the tie. United winning it 1-0 with Raheem Sterling with 20 minutes to go, but not enough done in that second leg or even in the first leg from United in order to able to change that tie around. We now go on to the semi-final draw coming up just before we end this episode. Who will we get in the Champions League semi-final? Here we go then, semi-final draw of the Champions League. The final is actually going to be played at the Camp Nou. Our arch rivals Liverpool are in the pot. Napoli beat Juventus. Wow, really big upset there for Napoli, and PSG beaten, I think it was Celtic they were playing in the quarter-final. So Celtic couldn't do anything against the Parisians. Let's see who we're going to get. Personally, I think we're going to get Liverpool, because we've played a lot of games against Liverpool in all competitions. Arch rivals for us, really, in this series. We're going to draw the next team. Paris Saint-Germain will play Napoli, and as I said, we will play Liverpool. We go to Anfield first, and if we can bring a result back from Anfield to St James's Park, I am very, very confident that we might get through to that Champions League final. Where does that fit in the schedule? When do we come back? And we will probably come back for that first leg against Liverpool, and the first leg will be on the 25th of April, and we'll probably then play the City game next as well, because that's going to be two massive games coming up for you in tomorrow's episode. That's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel. Hit that bell icon so you're notified every time the video goes live in your sub boxes. And until next time, when we bring you Champions League semi-final action against Liverpool and the league against City, I'll see you soon.